years you gonna work?
I'll do 34 total. I'm at my midpoint of my career right now, so I got 17 and a half.
Yeah.
So I'll do 34 because we max our pension out. But 34 we max out at 78 with 78%.
Okay, thanks.
I think ours is 78%.
70.
Something like that. Your highest three. Because you can retire at 25 years, but you're getting 50%. Or you stay to that 34. Because anything after 34, you're not paying.
You get 3 highest years?
Huh?
You get your pension's based off 3 highest years? I wish ours would be.
Base. 3 highest base. So Kentucky's is based on 3 highest with overtime.
Looks like it's 7 o'clock. I call to order the Seymour Common Council meeting for September 8th, 2025 at 7 p.m. All rise for the invocation by Pastor or Reverend Chris Broughton.
Thank you. I would ask you guys, this is a prayer that you all know, but it's so appropriate for what's going on tonight. And that our city council is meeting, and the citizens are meeting with at the city gates. You guys, I'm going to pray it. You guys you can say it out loud if you want to, because you know it. Our Father, who's in heaven, hallowed be your name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, here on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, in the same way we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thine is the power, the glory forever. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend. Okay.
Pledge allegiance.
Hit my phone. Please recite with me the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Roll call, Mr. Bowles.
Mrs. Long.
Here.
Mr. Terrell.
Here.
Mr. Hackney.
Here.
Mr. Hubbard.
Here.
Mr. Davidson.
Yep.
Mr. Lucas.
Here.
Mr. Fry.
Present.
Everybody's here and accounted for.
Okay. Has everyone had a chance to read the minutes of the previous meeting? If so, I will entertain a motion hereto.
I'll make a motion to accept.
Second. Have a motion to accept. All those in favor signify with aye.
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 Those opposed, same sign. Minutes are approved.
Reports of committees, boards, and commissions.
Reports, Mrs. Long.
None.
Mr. Terrell.
No, I don't.
Mr. Hackney.
No, sir.
Mr. Hubbard.
No.
Mr. Davidson.
Nope.
Mr. Lucas.
Nope.
Mr. Fry.
No.
We have no public hearing, so we'll move on to old business. Old business, Mrs. Long.
None.
Mr. Terrell.
Yeah, I'll make a motion for the second reading of ordinance number 20, Council Bill number 41 by title only.
Second.
Mrs. Long.
Yes.
Mr. Terrell.
Yes.
Mr. Hackney.
Yes.
Mr. Hubbard.
Yes.
Mr. Davidson.
Yep.
Mr. Lucas.
Yes.
Mr. Fry.
Yes.
Second reading of ordinance number 20, Council Bill number 41 for 2025, an ordinance to rezone property located at 1292 Colonial Drive, Seymour, Indiana, 47274, Planning and Zoning. Mr. Terrell.
Yeah, as we discussed last meeting, this came with a 1001 recommendation from the Plan Commission to approve this. It was rezoning a property that the prior owner had changed the zoning, and they're wanting to change it back to R1 so they can build a house on it. So does anybody have any questions on that from the?
Brian, this is the one off Airport Road, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Does anybody from the council have any questions? Okay, with that, I'll make a motion that we vote on the or pass the ordinance, or vote to pass the ordinance number 20, Council Bill 41. Second.
Mrs. Long.
Yes.
Mr. Terrell.
Yes.
Mr. Hackney.
Yes.
Mr. Hubbard.
Yes.
Mr. Davidson.
Yep.
Mr. Lucas.
Yes.
Mr. Fry.
Yes.
Ordinance number 20, Council Bill 41 has passed second reading, 7-0. Additional old business, Mr. Terrell.
No, I don't.
Old business, Mr. Hackney.
No, sir. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have one, I'm sorry.
About 3 of them.
I was gonna pass it up. I will make a motion to read ordinance number 19, Council Bill number 39 by title only.
Second.
Mrs. Long.
Yes.
Mr. Terrell.
Yes.
Mr. Hackney.
Yes.
Mr. Hubbard.
Yes.
Mr. Davidson.
Yep.
Mr.
Yep.
Lucas. Mr. Fry.
Yes.
Second reading of ordinance number 19, Council Bill 39 for 2025, an ordinance amending the 2025 salary of city employees. Finance Committee, Mr. Hackney.
Yes, and, this is really, just to eliminate, line 110 in our financials and the position of manager. We no longer have a manager, so.
This affects the transit department. Going from a director and a manager, we're going down to just the director, and we're taking the manager labor and moving it into at a second dispatcher. It'll be a net savings of about $6,000 a year as it stands now.
Okay. Any questions from council? Questions from the audience? Hearing none, I will make a motion to approve ordinance number 19, Council Bill number 39 on second and final reading.
Second.
Mrs. Long.
Yes.
Mr. Terrell.
Yes.
Mr. Hackney.
Yes.
Mr. Hubbard.
Yes.
Mr. Davidson.
Yep.
Mr. Lucas.
Yes.
Mr. Fry.
Yes.
Ordinance number 19, Council Bill number 39 has passed second reading, 7-0. Back to you, Mr. Hackney.
Yes, I have another one. I'll make a motion to, read ordinance number 17, Council Bill number 37 by title only.
Second.
Mrs. Long.
Yes.
Mr. Terrell.
Yes.
Mr. Hackney.
Yes.
Mr. Hubbard.
Yes.
Mr. Davidson.
Yep.
Mr. Lucas.
Yes.
Mr. Fry.
Yes.
Second reading of ordinance number 17, Council Bill number 37 for 2025, an ordinance amending Chapter 35 of the Seymour City Code to create additional park funds for the cars and guitars. Finance Committee, Mr. Hackney.
Yes, this amends the city code 35.22, Cars and Guitars Fund. All monies received from donations related to Cars and Guitars, the Cars and Guitars event shall be deposited therein, and disbursements made from the same fund. So, any questions from council? Questions from the audience? Hearing none, I will make a motion to approve ordinance number 17, Council Bill number 37 on second and final reading.
Second.
Mrs. Long.
Yes.
Mr. Terrell.
Yes.
Mr. Hackney.
Yes.
Mr. Hubbard.
Yes.
Mr. Davidson.
Yep.
Mr. Lucas.
Yes.
Mr. Fry.
Yes.
Ordinance number 17, Council Bill number 37 is passed second reading, 7-0.
Have another one. I will make a motion to read ordinance number 18, Council Bill number 38 by title only.
Second.
Mrs. Long.
Yes.
Mr. Terrell. Mr. Hackney.
Yes.
Mr. Hubbard.
Yes.
Mr. Davidson.
Yep.
Mr. Lucas.
Yes.
Mr. Fry.
Yes.
Second reading of ordinance number 18, Council Bill number 38 for 2025, an ordinance amending Chapter 35 of the Seymour City Code to create additional park funds, Crossroads of Culture. Finance Committee, Mr. Hackney.
Yes, and we did have these combined, this one and the last one, and we separated them, so. I don't know much about Crossroads from, of culture, but I did see some, pictures and some verbiage where they had a meeting over, I think it was at the middle school. So with that, is there any questions from the council? No. Questions from the audience? Hearing none, I move that ordinance number 18, Council Bill number 38, be approved on second and final reading.
Second it.
Have what?
I second it.
Oh,
Mrs. Long.
Yes.
Mr. Terrell.
Yes.
Mr. Hackney.
yes.
Mr. Hubbard.
Yes.
Mr. Davidson.
Yep.
Mr. Lucas.
Yes.
Mr. Fry.
Yes.
Ordinance number 18, Council Bill number 38 has passed second reading 7-0. Any additional old business, Mr. Hackney?
No, sir.
Old business, Mr. Davidson.
None.
Mr. Lucas. Nope. Mr. Fry.
No.
We're on to new business. New business, Mrs. Long.
None.
New business, Mr. Terrell.
I'd like to make a motion for an introduction of ordinance number 21, Council Bill number 42 by title only.
Second.
Mrs. Long.
I've heard enough of this. I'm across the board, no.
Mr. Terrell.
Yes.
Mr. Hackney.
No.
Mr. Hubbard.
No.
Mr. Davidson.
No.
Mr. Lucas.
Yes.
Mr. Fry.
No.
Ordinance number 21, Council Bill 42 will not be brought to the table. Any additional new business, Mr. Terrell? Business, Mr. Hackney.
Yes. I do have one. I would make a motion to read ordinance number 22, Council Bill. No, I don't.
You're right.
Okay. Ordinance number 22, Council Bill number 44 by title only.
Second.
Mrs. Long.
Yes.
Mr. Terrell.
Yes.
Mr. Hackney.
Yes.
Mr. Hubbard.
Yes.
Mr. Davidson.
Yes.
Mr. Lucas.
Yes.
Mr. Fry.
Yes.
Introduction of ordinance number 22, Council Bill 44 for 2025, and ordinance amending Chapter 35 of the Seymour City Code to create Fire Inspection Division Fees Fund. Finance Committee, Mr. Hackney.
Yes, this is, the Seymour Fire Department will now be inspecting food trucks for fire violations, and there will be a $25 fee to inspect, and re-inspect. All monies collected from fines, penalties, charges, fire watch orders, and any other fees or monetary awards collected pursuant to the Seymour City Fire Prevention and Inspection Code shall be deposited into the Fire Inspection Division Fees account, which is what this is. So we're creating the account and having it ready. So, any questions from council?
Just one. Chris, does this also include the funds where if they are not inspected, they will get the fine for that?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay.
Yep. And other fines that the fire department has authority to issue citations for or collect fees on would also be deposited into this fund.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Do they get will they have some, is Walker here?
Yeah, he's here.
They get some kind of sticker or tag or something, or?
They get a permit similar to the health department food permit.
Okay.
Yep.
Any other questions? Nope. Okay. Yeah, then I will, questions from the audience. Hearing none, I will.
Jim's.
Whoops. Who?
Jim's got one.
Oh. You want to come to the podium, Jim, please?
Jim Lucas, City of Seymour. This is tabled for tonight, correct?
No.
Ordinance 21, Council
last-
Bill 42.
Correct.
It was not brought to the table, so it's basically dead unless somebody wants to reintroduce it at a future council meeting.
That's what I wanted to hear. Thank you.
Okay. I will make a motion to approve ordinance number 22, Council Bill number 44 on first reading.
Second.
Mrs. Long.
Yes.
Mr. Terrell.
Yes.
Mr. Hackney.
Yes.
Mr. Hubbard.
Yes.
Mr. Davidson.
Yep.
Mr. Lucas.
Yes.
Mr. Fry.
Yes.
Ordinance number 22, Council Bill 44 has passed. First reading, 7-0.
That's all I have, Mr. Bowles.
Any new business, Mr. Hubbard?
No, sir.
New business, Mr. Davidson?
None.
Mr. Lucas? Nope. Mr. Fry?
No.
Do we have any miscellaneous business from council? I want to, I'm compelled to speak for a second, and I really didn't have a pony in this fight other than managing city finances. And I understand the initial reaction, why not wanting this apartment complex out there. You know, I understood Jerry's point, you don't want it in your back door. I get that. But a couple numbers that did not make their way around, all council members had this from a couple months ago. Currently, that property is coded as farmland. Over the course of 20 years, assuming nothing changes with the assessment, and our state has capped farm ground as far as how quick it can grow, that was only going to generate over 20 years, $21,000 in revenue for the city in property taxes. This $42 million apartment that would have went on this property, while they were requesting a tax abatement for 10% of the cost, over 20 years was going to generate close to $20 million in property tax revenue for the city. And the reason I think this is important is because of what's going on with state government here as of late. Next year, this council is probably going to have to vote to increase some taxes and create some new taxes because of funding cuts by the state to municipalities. They're cutting road funding, and in order for us to continue to get and potentially max out road funding, we're going to have to adopt a wheel tax. Same way for the county. They're going to have to adopt a wheel tax. And this is a stackable tax, folks. The maximum it can be is $50 per vehicle. Trailer, camper, boat, whatever. So if the county does 50, the city does 50, every time you go register your car, it's going to be another $100 for a set of license plates. This property tax credit that everybody's going to get, probably a minimum of $300, has got to come from somewhere. 55% of your municipality's revenue is from property taxes. 45% is from local income taxes. So you're going to see a reduction in your property taxes. That's going to mean less revenue for the city. Every year, the impression I get, a lot of people want things to stagnate. We don't want no more industry. We don't want no more residential apartments or anything like that. We want moderately priced houses. Well, unfortunately, there's not a lot of revenue to be made in moderately priced houses. The ones that are being built, $300,000 to $400,000 to $500,000 is what's being built. If the city does not see some type of growth a little bit every year, even 3%, either in industry, in housing, apartments, or whatever it is, there will be no money for raises for city employees. There's less funding going to be coming for roads and things of that nature. So we have to be careful and think things through. We can't always vote on emotion. And like I said, I understand exactly why Jerry was against it, because I don't think I would want it in my backyard either.
Nope. Well,
now, they made some accommodations, which a lot of places wouldn't have done that. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but all the council members got a letter, you know, where it was going to be one entrance off Burkhart. They weren't going to open up the cul-de-sac. So
we've already got apartments around us, totally. Put it on the north side, you've got farm ground up there.
Well, if somebody wants to sell it, that's fine. The lady that owns this ground wants to sell it. Supply and demand. I mean, our state rep made this comment on August 28th on Facebook. Not about this in particular, but economics 101, supply and demand. And if you want to drive down prices of rental units and whatever else, increase the supply.
My home taxes went up. If you would police the ones that's living 8, 9, 10 families in a home, you would get more taxes because we're paying out the nose for schools. And I drove a school bus. You've got them coming out there like ants.
So those were just some numbers I wanted to share with you guys moving forward, what we're up against. And again, as somebody that tries to manage the numbers and tries to do the best for the city on a financial standpoint, I felt compelled to share those numbers.
Well, and it's not just that I don't want that in my backyard, I just don't like it, period.
So, and that's fine.
So,
Yeah.
That's right.
you want to come up to the podium, please?
After Bob speaks, let's run down the list.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Bob Beatty, I'm from Seymour. I appreciate Darren's comments because that means he's doing his job and looking at the finances of the city. Okay, but I would remind council, as I've reminded them before, on numerous occasions, of the amount of tax money that we are providing in tax abatements every year. This council has approved 21 tax abatements for personal property alone. That's not real property. It's just personal property. That amounts to $117 million of assessed valuation that has come off the rolls in 1 year. That amounts to $3.3 million in tax receipts. Those numbers are not my numbers. Those are Katie Kaufman's numbers from the assessor's office. And you can go down there and you can check that out. Okay? So the tax relief bill that was passed, the city was projected to lose just over $1 million a year for 3 years, each year for 3 years. Is that correct?
First year, I think we're looking at about 500,000. Second year, 600,000. And depending on what the county does, hits year 3, it could level out or it could jump to 1.5 million.
My point is we're not collecting $3.3 million annually because of tax abatements that have been given already to industry out here to expand and for personal property. Personal property being equipment, okay? And most of those, the original tax abatement process was predicated on number of jobs being added to the rolls. Now you hear this will sustain the present jobs that we have, and they're doing $15-20 million projects. Okay, they're going to sustain the jobs that they have. They're not adding new jobs, but then they go on the tax abatement rolls. So those are some more numbers. Okay,
But
for
as
you guys to consider.
As you and I have discussed, Bob,
That's
how
right.
many of those industries would be here or have come here if we did not do tax
I
abatements?
understand that's a whole different argument.
So,
That's a whole different argument, and we could go on and on forever on that.
yes, we could.
Okay, but I just wanted to bring up some more numbers, okay, because this is a numbers game. Everybody's out looking for money that is just a small, it's a finite number, okay? But it's our money, okay? And we have to have a say in how our money is being spent, okay? And there are other projects that could be done here. I talked to a developer that he and another developer in Seymour approached this property owner 5 years ago about this specific property, and were turned down. Okay, and that's all right. That's their prerogative. But there would be, if that would have been accepted then, I suspect there would have been single-family homes on that 30 acres. Okay, so consider that. This gentleman had a great point. They're surrounded in that neighborhood. There's 70 single-family homes in that neighborhood. Okay, and this project would have surrounded them on 3 sides. There's already another project that's already been approved by this council that's in limbo because the project owner died and the family doesn't know what to do about it with that situation. And that's that plot right out there at Burkhart and Oak Street.
Okay, thank you, Bob.
So this neighborhood would be surrounded on 3 sides if we proceed with this. Thank you.
I'm going to run down the sign-in sheet. If you still want to speak, that's fine. Carol Mellencamp. and it will be limited to 3 minutes.
Now, I understand this is not gonna be brought to the table, but, you know, the way things have gone, that could change in the future. And I wrote this in, you know, in the condition that it was gonna be brought to the table. So for those not aware, the company that was being considered for the Jackson Park rezoning agenda is Berg and Held of Indianapolis, Indiana. What I confirmed on ChatGPT and Google is that Berg and Held is owned by J. Taggart Berg and Andrew Held. J. Taggart Berg is the director and board member of Washington Prime Group, which is majority owned by SVP Global. Founder and CEO of SVP Global is Victor Kahasla, who is a member of Pratham USA, which is an NGO focused on educational outreach in India that is funded in part by the William and Flora Hewlett Foundation and the Gates Foundation, both of which are funded by George Soros Open Societies. And you can see this committed grants, Gates Foundation, Pratham USA. The love of money is the root of all evil, and the money trail can certainly be traced in this Jackson Park rezoning agenda, backed by corporate leaders pretending they care for this community. We, the legal citizens, are fed up with this evilness continually creeping in that encourages abuse and sex trafficking of children brought back and forth over the border for easier border crossing, and that accommodates illegal citizens with third world agendas of low-cost rentals overburdening our country and this community. Why not try some starter family homes for young families? And which once again is flowing down the money channels from the deep state evil George Soros NGO Open Society. I believe this cry is still shut it down. And now, if this were to come to the table again, I'd like to see a show of hands of those who do not want it to ever come to the table again. So I believe this conducts a poll that confirms the majority of the people of this community do not want this type of agenda to continue or to be presented again.
Mr. Everhart, did you want to speak?
Briefly. Thank you, Darren. Thank you, council. I do appreciate your vote tonight. Darren, I appreciate your comments. I very much appreciate you opening the room up early tonight to give everybody a break, a place to sit. Thank you. Regarding the discussion about budget, I understand there's some troubling times, perhaps viewed by some coming. My property taxes went up $800 this year. My grocery bill, what used to be able to purchase for $100 or less, is now over $200. I can't magically print money or find more money. My wife and I have to tighten our belts and find a way to get through it. I expect the city to be able to do the same thing. There's some hard decisions that will have to be made.
Sure.
But for over a year, I've pleaded involve citizens. There's more talent sitting back here and outside these walls than maybe this council realizes. And I believe that talent is willing to assist in any way possible. But we're all in this. It's not the city, it's our community that's going to go through this. We need to go through it together. Thank you.
Lester Ball.
Thank you. I heard what you was talking about, the taxes. I fully understand that, but we was told if this project went through, our home value would probably drop somewhere between 20 and 30%. And I was told that by basically a realtor that sold me the home that I live in. There's 77 homes out there that would be affected by this. And I did some figuring, and the average home out there right now is going for about $250,000, more or less.
at a 25% loss on our homes, it would be $62,500 per home that would be lost in that area to each one of us homeowners that we have out there. Now, I know I heard you talking about the taxes, but I'd sure as hell rather pay the taxes than lose $62,000. And these homes altogether, the 77 homes out there, that would have totaled $4.5 million that would have been lost by the homeowners in that area if you would have brought this in, and if them numbers at 20 to 30% was correct. So I know you have, talking about the tax issues and stuff, if you want to raise my taxes, go ahead, because I'd rather pay them every year than lose $62,000.
It's up to this council.
And I think anybody else would. And the other thing is, if a place like this was coming in to any of your guys' neighborhood, and you could see the loss and the hit from people, I've lived out there 33 years, and there's people lived out there longer than I have, and my property is going to be right up to this. People have retired. To take a hit like this, just because you're wanting to put a low-income housing development in behind us, we couldn't handle that. We'd rather pay the taxes than to take a loss like this any day. And that's just if this was close. So I thank you for tabling this tonight.
Thank you.
Shannon McLendon, do you wish to speak?
Hi, yeah, I'm Shannon McLendon. Thank you so much for the decision that you made tonight. I can tell you firsthand. I moved here from Los Angeles 3 years ago with my family. My wife, her family has deep roots in Seymour, going back 3 generations. And I have to say that, you know, what a great little town. And we've been visiting here for all those years. And you guys have made the right decision today to sit back, pause, and see what you can do with this land. You know, I'm coming to the floor with a recommendation of, you know, I see all of this commendable capital being poured into the downtown Seymour area. And it's a beautiful little town with quintessential all-American roots. That's why we moved here. And it holds a near and dear place in my heart. And we must think creatively about the investments that will make this town prosperous, such as the Spark Initiative, which I think is a great start, which connects entrepreneurs and local business leaders with our students. But I have to ask, you know, has anyone, because I'm on the outside looking in, I've only been here a short time, has anybody given thought to becoming a STEM city with science, technology, engineering, mathematics, going along the lines of that path? Incorporating satellite brick and mortar facilities in coordination with our in-state universities, and being, you know, going so far as to creating a university in this town, you know, taking it in that direction. Because, you know, I can tell you, leaving Los Angeles, you guys, like I said, made the right decision, because what these guys are going to build is the low-hanging fruit of investment. It is the path of least resistance, and it will be an anchor on this community. For our police departments, our firefighters, our EMS, and most importantly, our kids. So thank you for pausing this and allowing us. Will, you brought up a great point. We have a lot of talent in this community, a lot of smart people. So let's get creative and see what we can do with this land and land like it. Because I'm going to tell you, over the next 10 years, you're going to see more people like me come to towns like this as the cities on the coast become more expensive, more dangerous, and just quality of life people are looking for. And what kind of town do you want people to come to? Like I said, this town's got great bones. It's got a lot of potential. So keep that in mind. Thank you.
Mr. Stahl, do you want to speak? Okay. Dean Robinson, did you wish to speak?
Yes. Good evening. Hi, everybody out there in internet land. Again, I also want to thank you for tabling this for the time being. I hope forever. I want to actually add a little bit to what Shannon had to say. I come from a small town in southern Michigan, southeastern Michigan, and I actually watched my city and the city next door to my city, both very small towns, grow immensely. When they put I-75 through, they had 2 lanes on each side. They added 3 lanes each side. Now we had 5 lanes coming through. We had a whole new highway built from the west going all the way to the east to the lake. When they did that, that blew up our city. My little city ended up with housing, and not low-income housing. It was all middle to upper housing. What did it do for us? It gave us schools, better education. Our university that was in our town mushroomed and blew up. It teaches education and also nursing, that kind of stuff. The city next door to us, what did it bring them? They built infrastructure. They built the roads, the water, the sewer, all the storm drains were all fixed. The power grid, communications for internet, and more schools, better schools. They added huge amount of schools. They actually had bike paths and walking trails that actually went somewhere. They just didn't die off into space like we have here. So adding to what he said, the infrastructure is what we need to build in this city. You guys have done a great job. You got the sewer plant that came up when we first moved here 24 years ago. I see the new water plant. That's a great addition to the city. But roads, drain sewage. I know we're working on drains. I know we're working on some of the roads. I see all the improvements in the city itself. And some of the neighborhoods, like on Brown Street and Laurel Street, upgraded just the roads, upgraded the neighborhoods. What we need to build over there is more homes. Because I don't want my home to drop in value with apartments. You have a gentleman here in Seymour, as a contractor. He's been trying to build an apartment complex over on 2nd Street, across the street from the school, for years.
Time's up, Dean.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
And he hasn't been able to do it. Think about that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Dean, are you talking about the lot behind Community Foundation there?
Yes.
Okay, that's actually been bought as gonna be duplexes. It's already been approved. That was approved about 2 years ago. They were just waiting on 2nd Street construction to be done.
Okay.
And they even got the driveway path cut in the curb and the sewer connect there ready for him to go, so we
That's
don't have
great.
to cut up the street.
That's great to hear.
So,
Thank you.
yep. Kevin, did you wish to speak? Okay. Stephanie Strothman, do you wish to speak?
Not used to speaking in front of such a large crowd behind me. I'm Stephanie Strothman. I'm from Seymour. I returned to this town just about 9 years ago to start a small business and work for an organization that I hold dear, Jackson County United Way. I'm here tonight to speak on behalf. I don't get involved in city government, but the pushback that resulted from an apartment complex where there was an obvious need for workforce housing caused me to break my silence. Bravery is often the ones willing to stand alone in support of something. I respectfully present to you some facts. My job at the Jackson County United Way, the phone rings. It's yet another person who's in need of assistance with rent, utilities, or housing. Purchasing a home is out of the question for these callers because of past indiscretions. These folks are usually between the ages of 30 and 50 years old, so I'm just tapping the edge of that, working and typically have children that they need to have stable housing for. Imagine for a moment having to tell these callers day in and day out that there is nothing available in this town. It's disheartening and frustrating. Through Jackson County United Way Community Conversations, which everyone is always invited to, we have learned that residents of our community wish that their children would remain in this town and help it to grow. According to a known research website, Tallow, 72% of high school students do not plan to stay in or return to their hometowns after graduation. Why? High rent cost, lack of workforce housing, and nothing to offer for entertainment. Think for a moment about the kids you know who have graduated from high school here or in college. Did they stay here? Why or why not? We have to think of our future generations, not just us. The concern of destruction of green space, if this complex had been built, there is a beautiful walking path along Burkhart Boulevard that snakes all the way to O'Brien Street and beyond. Right now, there are farm fields along this path. I know there was a concern about runoff. Honestly, I would be more concerned about what's being applied to those crops every year in herbicides and pesticides. The plumbing that would have been installed in this new build would have been brand new. Somebody have a comment? Okay. And not likely to fall for 50 to 100 years, well beyond what my life expectancy will be. I know there were voiced opinions that property values would fall if it was built. According to the National Association of Realtors, let's see here. The Urban Institute recently released a workforce housing case from Alexandria, Virginia. That's a conservative-leaning city. The results indicate that workforce housing has a positive, if not zero, effect on property values. They state affordable housing units in above median income census tracts are associated with a 6% increase in property values, and affordable housing units in below median income tracts are associated with a 17% increase in nearby property values. I understand the complaint about the property taxes. When you're a single income, they are very high. We can argue all day about what shouldn't be built in this place, but I'm sorry to say at the end of the day, eventually housing will be built there. I don't know about you, but I would have rather had a high-end, well-known Indiana-based company build workforce housing that would have attracted talent and kept their workers. That's rude. You all are rude.
Allow her time, please.
That is very
Let her
rude.
speak, please.
Thank you.
Ma'am, can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
So you labeled all these out, right?
Yes.
And you are pro to bring in 144 more
Yes.
places. Now
Yes.
you're saying that these people that you're speaking to have nowhere to go. So they're not current Jackson County residents, correct?
They are Jackson County residents.
With a
Yes.
place to live right now.
With no place to live right now.
So where are they living?
So a lot of them are housed from Anchor House, that location.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is your plan? Just say, half of those people have one child that is going to live in these apartments. Where do you plan to put them in school? Because they can't fit in Brown.
Sure. I do not have children. I pay for taxes for other people's children. And I don't have a problem with that. I think we need to build our schools here in the county, in the state, or in the city of Seymour. I'll have that to say.
Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Steve Stark, do you wish to speak?
So I'm Steve Stark. I've lived here my entire life, lived 1407 Loretta Avenue here in Seymour. And I want to thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight. I also want to take a moment and ask, it seems like we have two sides. It seems like we have a win or a loss, and I don't think it has to be that way. I think this could be a turning point where we start to look for the next thing that we can make money on as a city. And I don't know, you were talking about the taxes and things like that. So I would ask this, if we have to have wheel taxes or whatever it is, do that tax so it's across the board, so it doesn't affect just one person and not everybody or other people. Do it across the board would be the thing that I would want to do. And I also would want to encourage you to all consider what Shannon said earlier. We've got a Spark project right here in town that is ongoing. In fact, they're going to be starting construction relatively soon. So what that does is it provides an environment for entrepreneurs to come in and build a business. The STEM project, which Shannon mentioned, could fit right into that. And if you look at their websites, Forbes has mentioned Indiana as the #1 spot to start a new business. Why don't we support that with the Spark program and with the STEM program? Why don't we shoot money into that so we can develop businesses and do that kind of a money-making project instead of a low-income housing? We know nobody wants the low-income housing. Doesn't matter where it's at. If it's in your neighborhood, it doesn't matter. We really don't want it. Okay? We don't want what comes with it. So why don't we look somewhere else? There are other avenues that we need to be looking at. And I think if we do that, then I think we can grow our city, have jobs that people want. And to the lady's point over here, our kids can stay here and have good jobs. I mean, there's so many pluses to it. Let's go that route. And let's see if we can build Seymour that way. Thank you.
Looks like, I'm not sure if it's Dan or Pam Stein. Pass. Macy?
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Macy Barley. I'm the Executive Director at Jackson County United Way. I'm here representing struggling working families. At United Way, we use the acronym ALICE. ALICE stands for Asset Limited, Income Constrained, and Employed Individuals with income above the federal poverty level, but not enough to cover basic expenses in Jackson County. In 2023, 43% of Jackson Township households fell below the ALICE threshold, including those in poverty. Households below this threshold face tough choices, such as whether to pay for utilities or a car repair, whether to buy food or fill a prescription. Workers below the ALICE threshold often perform jobs that keep our economy running smoothly. They are childcare providers, food service workers, cashiers, personal care aides, delivery drivers, and much more. Their stories highlight systematic and structural barriers to financial security, as well as the struggles and resilience of families facing hardship. This housing proposal considered the median income level of residents. It aimed to help ALICE individuals and families move beyond their current state of house poor. House poor is defined as spending so much of your income on housing expenses that little remains for other necessities, savings, or discretionary spending. During the Plan Commission meeting, I was asked why people are renting instead of buying homes. To purchase a home in Indiana, you typically need good credit score, a manageable debt-to-income ratio, stable income, employment history, usually a down payment, and secure a mortgage pre-approval. This workforce housing proposal provided individuals and families the opportunity to live comfortably while saving for a future mortgage down payment. Here are a few cost comparisons in Seymour. Trax at Seymour, located on Jackson Park Place, offers a one-bedroom apartment for $1,000. Burkhart Crossing has a one-bedroom apartment for $1,171. And the proposed workforce housing project for a one-bedroom was $846 with utilities included. So I encourage you all city council members to start working for the ALICE families in our community who need it the most. Growth can't be sustained if we do not meet our community's needs. I leave you with this question. If not this workforce housing proposal, then what is the city council's plan to address the increasing demand for housing in Seymour? Thank you.
Jim, do you want to speak?
Thank you for making the decision that really had to be made for the future of Seymour. When you look at where we're at right now, the 2020 census has a population of Seymour at 21,500, give or take. You look at our school populations, over 5,400 students. If Seymour were to have the average student population of the state of Indiana, we would have about 3,600 students. We currently have almost 50% more students than what the state average is. Okay, our schools are busting at the seams. We can't afford what we're doing right now because the people that are moving here are living, Darren, as you mentioned earlier, property taxes. The reason we did what we did at the state was to empower the locals to make these closer to home decisions. So if people don't want to do things for their community, we get crowds like this show up and say, we don't want to do it. Property taxes were getting out of hand. So we empowered the locals to do that. Property taxes pay for schools, police and fire departments, roads, EMS, and libraries. Seymour Police Department is estimated, based on school numbers, of being shy 26 officers. So the same, I would assume, goes for the fire department. Now, the people that are stuck remaining paying these property taxes, they're being overwhelmed by paying for these, and now you want to bring in more apartments, which is just only going to exacerbate the problem. So there comes a point in time when we have to stop and look what direction Seymour has been headed for the last couple decades. Macy just mentioned 43% of the people in Jackson County are below wage. Jackson County has about a 4% unemployment rate. That's statistically full employment. So if we can have statistically full employment, yet 43% of the people are living at poverty levels, we've imported too many people that will work for lower wages. The wages are being driven down, housing costs are being driven up. So we have to be intellectually honest with ourselves and take a good hard look in the mirror and see where we're headed. And quit giving away our property to the lowest bidder. Seymour we sit on 65, we're an hour south of Indy, we're an hour north of Louisville. We have a modernized on-off ramp. We have a north-south, east-west rail line that's just been updated. We have an airport that can handle jet traffic.
Thank you.
We have Highway 11, Highway 31, and Highway 50 is coming here. That's geography you cannot buy. So why are we giving away our limited resources to low-income subsidized housing when we should be attracting STEM research, the higher-paying jobs, the people that are going to come in and pay property taxes and not consume more resources than what they're paying for? That's what we need to do to look forward.
Yes.
I have a gentleman from Bergen Held that wanted to speak. Is it Sean Rogers? Pass. Dale Hales?
Pass.
Arnold Hollard? Is that name?
Oh.
Anna.
Is it? That's not even close. Anna.
Anna? Okay. My next guess was going to be Ariel.
Sorry, my handwriting is not that great.
Oh. She thought it was Annette, so I've been closer. Yep.
So I was opposed to the apartments moving in because it does create a problem for my property. I've been fortunate enough to live there and have a beautiful field behind me for 20 years. However, I understand the need for people that are lower income. I don't know what the answer is because that's not what I do all day. But I do believe that those people need help. And I'm willing to learn and see what I could do to be the help.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all I have that were signed in, Jerry.
Darren.
Yes. Sure.
I'm Wayne Hess. According to what Jim was saying, you know, part of the property taxes and all this, we have people living in this town, and basically Seymour's a sanctuary city, we all know it. They're not paying taxes, they're overwhelming our schools. You know, my wife is a teacher, a teacher's aide. There's 25 Hispanic children to 3 American children in these classes. You know, my property taxes have gone up tremendously. My thought is, can we establish an ICE office in Seymour and to work with, to get some of these people out of town, and, you know, and take 5 families, do something with 5 families living in one house, that they should be all paying property taxes. And they're not. I mean, it's obvious. You go around anywhere in town, you can see it. So, you know, I'm just saying Seymour needs to do something with the illegals, I think, which would help our school system. It is plenty big enough, the schools we have now, if we had the regular population, like Jim was saying, in it, our schools would be fine for years to come. You know, that's all. That's what I had to say. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Jerry, I think we have somebody else in the back that wants to speak. Is there a lady that was needing to speak?
Hi, my name is Shay Anderson, and I work for Seymour Community Schools. So 2 years ago, I tried to live in the low-income housing that was just built, and it was nothing but a disaster for me and my son. It was poorly built. I had all kinds of issues in my apartment, and we lived around nothing but riffraff. So we ended up moving out last April. My thing is, can we try to do something to help professionals like myself work towards home ownership? Is there anything, any money available to help us get ahead? And I think that's all that I have to say about it. But it was nothing but a disaster, and a lot of other professionals like myself ended up moving out because it was horrible. And we lived, once again, we lived around nothing but riffraff. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Darren, I'd like to get clarification from Jim. Jim, you said 21.5. How'd those numbers come about?
Google the census.
Census? And
That's what it
that
says.
was
That
dated
was U.S.
when?
Census.
That was dated when?
2020.
Okay.
But based on the student population, which is the only accurate count you can get, Seymour's probably around 34 to 37,000. And if you put 2 police officers for every 1,000 people, that means Seymour Police Department's shy about 26 officers, or half the force.
Okay.
And then we have about 1,800 more students in our school than what the state average would allow us. Okay. Every student carries a $4,300 price tag for property taxes per student.
Tyler, go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Tyler Hinkle. I live at 415 West 4th Street, just over here, a couple streets west and north of downtown. Pretty invested in downtown Seymour. Where to start? Huge shout out Stephanie Strothman for getting up here and speaking in front of a crowd that, you know, obviously there towards the end didn't like what she had to say, but the fact that she was willing to get up here kind of inspired me to get off the couch and come in here and speak my piece. Pretty invested as well, 3rd, 4th, 5th, whatever generation here in Seymour. My son goes to Brown Elementary School. He's in the class with I think a distinction that was kind of tried to be made earlier, but it's not real. There are actually people who are Hispanic Americans. They're not Hispanics and Americans. There are people who are Hispanic and they're here legally. Of those 25 in that class, there very well may have been some of them. So let's just make sure that we're aware that there are people of different color and race that are legally here. And my son actually goes to school with several of them, has made friends with them this year. He's a kindergartner. It's really cool, actually, to watch your son sometimes not even necessarily be able to speak the same language as another human, but to just get along, to just be able to coexist and play tag, hide and seek. Oh no, there's some. That wasn't me, was it?
You're okay. No.
Okay. I was going to say, I know I'm long-winded, but at the same time. But also, Bob said when he came in, and of course then he left, but when he came in originally as council, he said, don't come here with problems, come with solutions. That's what he said. I've heard a lot of problems on the YouTube video tonight. Not many solutions. There are a couple. I think the single-family housing, that's probably a decent idea out there. Apartments are also a decent idea because the fact is that there are a lot of people who are in really bad situations. Actually, the less amount of living options actually just kind of benefits landlords who aren't really doing it the best way. They're kind of keeping people trapped in that Alice trap, if you will. So, there's that. So actually more living options actually drive kind of innovation in the landlord space. As a matter of fact, competition's good, right? That's capitalism. But then also, the other thing as far as solutions go, I heard someone say, what was it? There's a lot of inside and outside. They're basically just saying there are a lot of good options, and there's a lot of people out here who can do a lot for us, including people in the community, citizens, etc. But basically, I guess I would ask, being someone who has been a executive director of a nonprofit, unpaid, volunteering all of my time, I guess at the end of the day, I would ask everyone in the room to just, really take a look in the mirror and say, what am I spending my time doing? Am I currently volunteering weekly at the Anchor House? Am I spending my time giving back to the community in any way, or am I just driving around in my sports car or my new 2025 F380 7000, whatever, kind of looking down on everybody else, and not spending my time actually giving back in any way, claiming that everyone else is just kind of SOL, right? Because if you're not actually spending any time volunteering and you're just kind of coming, getting on Facebook, saying things and then not actually giving back, honestly, you're part of the problem. And I would just I think it's very good for everyone to look in the mirror sometimes. I mean, as you can tell, I did. My beard's gone, right? Went ahead and shaved it off because sometimes you got to look in the mirror and make some changes. And so I would just recommend that we all kind of do that and maybe consider giving back in that way as opposed to just giving back in our words on Facebook or every now and then at a city council meeting, because time and attention and effort is kind of really the currency that ends up making change. So I'll just think about that.
Thank you, Tyler.
Thanks.
I have one late sign-in, Kate Du Bois. Do you still want to speak? Yep.
I think you're all in a very tough spot because you have you have to look at both the current climate and demographic and all of those things while also planning for the future. And when I think about the youth in Seymour, I think about where the cost of living is currently, and again, keeping that mindful thought of retention of individuals to stay here in Seymour. And with the average home buying value around $230,000 to $270,000, it's going to be very difficult for a new family to take up residence in this community. I think that there is a growing surge of 18 to 24-year-olds that are struggling to get full-time employment that can also sustain their own mortgage. And so having the opportunity to rent, you know, the median household income for Seymour is somewhere between $63,000 and $86,000, and it's very difficult to find reasonable home ownership in that. And so with the current price to income ratio of 3.6 to 4.3, that indicates a growing challenge in housing affordability. I asked to reclaim my time from the mutterings, if that would be possible, please.
Pardon me?
I just appreciate that others had silence, and I think it would be appropriate that that is reasonable to accept for any speaker. So the moderate unaffordability, coupled with a highly competitive market and rapid sales and projections of a significant housing deficit by 2030, clearly demonstrate an urgent need for more affordable housing options in Seymour. Addressing this gap is crucial to ensuring sustainable growth, to retain residents, and to support our economic well-being as a community, especially for first-time home buyers, which are our youth, and moderate income earners who are increasingly being priced out of the market. I did want to extend to you, Ms. Long, that if you have questions regarding how a school corporation can address growth, I am certain that Seymour Community Schools would be welcome to entertain any of those concerns, because there can be, it can be difficult in sustainability for corporations when those numbers decrease. Seymour Community Schools, I think, is one of the top employers in our area, and so the thought of them losing teachers is, I don't think anybody's saying that they want people to leave Seymour. I would hope that's not the case. I did have some data here just to share with you regarding the outlook of.
Give her a chance. Give her a chance. You can hand those out.
Just sharing these.
Thank you. I'm gonna pass them down.
Well, I was gonna try to give.
Oh, I think it's all one.
It may be.
I'll look. I'll check it out.
At least for several are. That's all the folks that have signed in. Is there any other discussion on this topic? Any other miscellaneous from council?
No.
Thank you, council.
Any other miscellaneous from the floor? Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign.
I think it's all one. So I guess maybe.
I can scan email to somebody.
Got my own set over here.
Well done, sir.
Is Brad first?
You're wrong on this time. Last time I come here, you said, what are you doing? You take religious people. Well, I'm not religious, I just have a relationship. Yeah.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Yes, sir.
It was a shock.
Actually, that was still when you're going, David. About 2 weeks ago. I was part-time, I still did.
Great, otherwise, the timer's gonna go.
Hello.
Well, so far I haven't. Maybe that's why I'm doing it.
Good.
I just,
Hello.
actually I was subbing for
Couldn't contain
somebody.
it anyway. Do you want me to get that?
Pardon me? Steve Stark.
Thank you, Steve.
Yes, Charlotte, okay.
So in the morning when I got to go
As well as I do.
I know. I couldn't get the damn thing.
Thank you. Pastor, how are you? Good to see you.
Hello, sir. How are you? Wonderful.
How are you doing? I do. They're out in my car. I'm gonna go back.
Yeah, they knew they were coming.
Stay here and I'll take you here pretty well. Don't let your dad leave.
Yep, if they didn't have it, folks with the answer definitely would have been no. So,
That's right.
yep. We'll see where the council decides to go. We had this thing is interesting.
And I said, we could like the Brookings, Everett, Chipley.
Hey, sir. Hey, listen, you know, it's, I had 0 people